to today's stream, nice and early. And I say that early in the day, I think I'm about a minute late. It was an absolute packed spot. We had a different spot in mind, but we could use that one because the internet there was shocking. I hope it's okay here and you can see me fine. I feel like the way we're going to be walking today, we're going to hopefully get slightly better internet in that direction. But as always, I'm live streaming in the middle of nowhere, so I have no idea what the internet's going to be like. But I'm going to quickly say hi to everyone and reiterate what's happening today, and then we'll get on. So quick check on the things. Pete UK says, is it Paris? I can confirm it is not Paris. That's just a bit of a red herring for the thumbnail. The last time we did this, I put the actual location on the thumbnail, and Joe guessed it pretty much before we even got started, although he didn't guess the exact site. I think the internet just went again, so I'm just going to repeat. I can't guess like a general name of a place. I want a very accurate what three words position. I had to memorise the new one, but I'm going to be honest, I can't quite remember it, but it is stored on my phone, so I'll have a look at it and just remind myself throughout this thing. But yeah, it's not Paris. That was a complete red herring. So I assume you all knew that, but but yeah, so anyone who's been watching the streams in the last 2 days will obviously have a little bit of a hint as to the general area that we're in, because we've obviously been working our way across the country to a certain point, and we're there now. And obviously, as I walk around, I'm going to give you a few clues, let you see some things in the background, and also just film things as general, just to give you clues. And obviously, there'll be more and more as we go on. The idea is to obviously guess where I am right now, not where I am halfway through the stream. Just want to really clear that up for anybody watching. And also, it's a case of you can guess as many times as you like, but it has to be those what three words. So I'm looking for 3 words. And if you don't know what three words is, it's a really cool system where it's for emergency services, like predominantly, I feel, but it's obviously like really useful in this sort of setting and any other place where you want to just really quickly be able to tell somebody where you are. So yeah, I'm going to get around, and we're going to have essentially about an hour of me just walking around, showing you the sites, and hopefully sometime in that hour, until sunset basically. That's why we start at 5:30. Sunset is just after 6:30 today. So as soon as that sun's gone, the show will be over. But hopefully somewhere between now and then, someone will guess the right place. But this is where we are for now. I'm going to just turn the camera around and give you a proper view. So nondescript place at the moment. We wanted to start down here. And there was a very prominent looking place, but yeah, for now what we've got some rocks here. You'll be able to see those from a satellite image. There's some white rocks just randomly placed in the corner of this field. I won't be showing you the plaque just here because that will give too much away. But yeah, so this is where we're starting, and I was stood just next to this gate just here, just in this corner of it. So take good note of that as well, and off we go. Dear. So sorry if the stream keeps going. As I say, the internet here is a little bit shocking. There we go. Sorry about that again with the bad internet. I did check the coverage here for my network, obviously, but hopefully we won't have any outages. I think it's just because I'm behind this really steep hill. We've got the sunset due up soon, which will be really nice. Yeah, sorry about the internet issues. You'll get plenty of chance as the stream goes on. I'll be honest, I don't expect anyone to guess this in the first 5 minutes. It's be a bit of a spoilt endeavour if everyone gets the easiest clues out of the way first, and we get a guess early on. So just to hold some suspense, we're gonna make it a little bit more difficult at the start, but those of you with the advantage of knowing where we've been the last few days, if you've watched the live streams, then you'll be able to at least narrow it down to maybe a county, maybe even what green space we're in. So I think that's surrender. I hope I'm saying that right. Guess it's the Scottish border, but that's not what 3 words, so that won't get you there even if it was right. But no, we're not by the Scottish border. I don't drive that fast in the van. So now we're at the top of the hill. I think we've got a lot better internet, hopefully. Give me a shout out in the comments if the stream's looking a bit more stable now. Hopefully it is. Whew, that little hill has got me out of breath. So let's have a little look around. Obviously, boys are with me again. So let me zoom in on one thing. This is where we were supposed to start the stream. And you can see it from here. Just there is a set of 3 rocks, one on top of 2. And I was hoping to start there. It was a really cool little spot. But yeah, it's a case of there's 0 internet there, so I couldn't start it at all. So we've got quite a few in the chat already, so that's quite good. I'm just going to read some of that now while we walk on a bit. There's not a lot of clues for the next little while, but I'll show you the scenery as we go. But there's plenty of clues back there if you were paying attention. You just need to be able to narrow it down, which we'll do later on in the stream, so you can get the area. We got jokes, slippers, bogus in the chat for a guess from Daft Hat. Unfortunately, that's not correct. You know, I'm just going to quickly have a quick look at what it is. I'm just going to give you the sunset, and I'm going to see if I can't have a quick look at what it was. Yeah, there we go. I've got that in memory. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to have a quick hello to the people in the chat. So excuse me as I scroll a little bit. So we've got, well, that's a name, but welcome, Sitija, that's the best, course and challenge names always. Hope I said that right, but hello to you, thanks for stopping in. Sounds like you're excited, plenty of internet, can you show the place? Yeah, hopefully I've shown it enough. And Nisha, hello to you too. Lots of love back to, we've got lots of people from that area of the globe in again. Absolutely, yes, yeah, that's about it for chat. So yeah, hi to everyone, and if you haven't said hello yet, do say hello, and I'll give you a shout out in the stream. Chevio Hills, no, that is not where we are. That is not region. If someone says the region or the name of the place, I will gracefully answer a few questions and a few clues as we go. I won't be too stingy. If you want to fire a few random guesses of the rough area, and obviously as we go I'll tell you a little bit about our day and what we've been up to. Obviously we started our day in Abingdon, and an idea, it took a little an hour to drive here from there, so that gives you a fairly good bullseye. I feel like the people who've been watching the last few days have had their 10-minute advantage. They can now share that the information with everyone else. Scottish Moorlands, no. Now we're family in England. We're not in Scotland. It might look a bit like that because of the hills, but no, this is family England. Beautiful that it is. Gorgeous out here. So we just got to find a way through up here. I'm not sure where the gate is. Go on, boys, run up and find the gate for us. I'm not sure where it is. There must be a gate.
It looks like right up at the top. I think there's a gate over there.
Yeah, to the right. Oh yes, you're right. Just past them trees. Just in the middle of the stream just there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Seems like there's cows around here. Just don't see them.
Yeah, there's definitely been a few. We've got some old pats around. Some of these are quite fresh actually, so watch where you step. Yeah, we've got some fresh evidence of cows.
Even the old ones, there's a dry bit, and under it's like watery.
Whew.
Like a dry shelling pot.
Well, not too many people yet in the stream, so if you haven't shared this with somebody, let me turn this around actually. Yeah, if you haven't shared this with somebody, do so now while there's not too much going on with the clues. Oh, sorry, the sun's right behind, isn't it? Yeah, this is a good chance to share this with your friends. Anybody else you know might be interested. Get them in on the stream, and then that'll bump up the prize. We want to get it a big prize, don't we? It's not going to be very big if someone guesses it now, I'll be honest. So if you haven't read the details of this, I'll give you a quick synopsis of the prize. I was going to do it just as PayPal, but somebody actually asked, I think it was maybe Surrender, asked in the comments before whether it could be an Amazon gift card. I was like, yeah, that's actually a good idea. Don't know why I didn't think of that. So shout out to you for the brains there. But yeah, so PayPal or Amazon, but the prize value, a maximum of £250, but just in case the stream goes viral or something daft, because I don't have millions of pounds to give away. But it's a case of £1 for every person in the stream at the time it gets guessed. So it's not within everyone's favour to guess early either. If you think you've got the answer, maybe hold off for a little while and let the pot build up. But yeah, share the stream, get your friends involved, and we'll build this thing up. If we can get a few hundred people in, then we'll get the max prize, won't we? Hi, Honest Jeff. Thanks for saying hi. Are you in just for the viewing, or are you going to be having a guess? Thanks. You know, tell me if I'm saying this right. Siditcha? Sitisha? Is that how you say it? I hope so. If not, tell me. I'm not trying to be rude. I just like to try to learn everyone's name properly. But glad to have you here. And if you're sharing it, fantastic. Thank you very much. Oh dear. It's great to be out though. It's great to be enjoying the countryside. Excuse me. I'm getting around the trees. Not looking where I'm going that well because I'm trying to look at you. And also down at these pats, there's quite a lot of danger on the floor. Some very fresh looking minefield. Oh, cracking viewing. But here we are, another gate. So we've just been travelling roughly north-ish to get to here. So there's another clue for you. Give some orientation. I think we were supposed to be going somewhere over that way, but I'm not really sure. Let's go. Yeah, let's go that way.
Are we going from here?
Yeah, let's do it. Seems like it might be a way to go. In all fairness, we'll get in or out wherever we need to be. Can you tell I haven't been here before? Sitija. Is that right? Is it Sitija or Sitija? I hope that's good. But thanks for giving me the pronunciation. I appreciate it. Here we go. We're going to get a proper look over the countryside here. I don't think there's going to be a lot of landmarks this side. There might be more when we get to the other side of this hill. But we do need to go left at some point here, I'm pretty sure. Weirdly, I thought we already could, so this is what happens when I'm not focused on the map. I get a bit lost. Hopefully the stream's still good. Oh, the Cotswolds. That's not far from here. I couldn't tell you how many miles, but yeah, we were heading in that direction. I'd love to get to the Cotswolds at some point. That's some proper hillsides, that is. That's lovely. Yeah, there's not a lot going on here, but there will be soon, don't you worry. We've got another 45 minutes yet of this stream, so hang in there. Oh, another good guess from Surrender. Stonehenge or Salisbury Plain in Wiltshire. You are closer. I think, than the Cotswolds, although, as I say, I'm not a geography buff, so I could be wrong with that, and maybe one is edging out the other one. Cool, I'm getting actually quite warm. Didn't expect that. I thought it was going to be a pretty mild evening. Whew. But yeah, we are somewhere close to Salisbury, and I don't think Stonehenge is too far away. There's definitely another henge closer. I can't remember the name of it at all, but I saw it on the map. So yeah, narrowing it down. Honest Jeff says, I haven't been south of Brum, so Stonehenge, yeah, it's close. It's not that far off. I'd say, at a guess, we've got to be no more than an hour and a half, 2 hours drive away from there. But yeah, I couldn't say for sure. It's definitely south of here though. We're definitely north of Stonehenge. Cirencester, no, I don't think that's near here, although to be honest, it could be fairly close. I know a couple of the town names nearby. I know which is the nearest town to where we are. It's quite a famous name actually, probably a lot of people have heard it, but it's not one that would come to your mind as a town. You've probably heard it for other things. Where have we ended up? Yeah, but that's the way we came in. We're supposed to have been going... I need to check the map. Right, I'm hoping the stream doesn't flake out. Sorry guys, I need to check on my map to see where... Sorry guys, sorry about the interruption. Just looking at the map and just seeing where on earth we are. I've got myself a bit lost. We missed a turn somewhere.
There's a geoguessr there.
Hi Pete, good to see you in. If you've missed the start, you might want to have a little look back at that. That's where all the big clues are so far. That's the ones you'll need to narrow it down anyway if you're going to have a guess. Oh no, we're not on the Chilterns, Pete. We've moved away from there. If you remember yesterday, we were in Abingdon, and we've continued on the similar course from where we've been going the last few days. And we travelled a little over an hour today to get to here. I can't say it's directly as the crow flies. It's not. I've not drawn a straight line out or anything, but we've been travelling in a general sort of southwest direction from Bedfordshire, where we usually are. So everyone's been guessing around sort of the areas. We had the Cotswolds, and we've had Stonehenge and Salisbury, which is all pretty close, to be honest. I don't think any of that's a million miles away. I'd say we're somewhere in between all of that. We'll definitely get some. Anyone's seen that sign? Bull in field, dogs on lead. There's no bull in that field. They're full. Oh dear, I'm looking dishevelled already. Whew. So we're just going to go around this corner. Let me give you a little show of where we are. So we're going to get around here. Yeah, I think it's a big pile of sand, Henry. You are correct. And we'll get into some more of the actual area around the sort of the corner here. That's where a lot more touristy stuff is, and maybe there's a few more landmarks. And then hopefully, eventually by the end of the stream, we will get to some roads where there might be signs for you guys. Zeal, paints and memo. No, that's not it. Now, I only know the one where I was. So you could be 1 square away. You literally could. You could be 1 square away and I wouldn't know. You could be a mile away, you could be 10 mile, or you could be right next to the right square. So I honestly don't know. All I can say is yes or no. I didn't memorize the whole map, it's too many words. I just remembered the 1 square. What have we got there? Whatever that is, that's not where we are. I can't even pronounce that. Minchinhampton Common? Stow in the Wold? No, that's not it. Rodborough? I don't recognise that name. To be fair, I'm not that confident with all the town names around here. So I know the name of the actual green space we're in, the area of natural beauty you might call it. So, and I'll give you a really big hint now since it's been a while. It's a downs. So just like how you have Dunstable Downs over near Dunstable, this is another downs. There's plenty of downs in the country, so that's not going to give you everything, but that's going to help you narrow down. We've got some more names. We've got loads of town names coming in. I'll be honest, I recognise some of them. I imagine we're probably quite close to Winchester, but I don't know. Isn't Winchester near Stonehenge? But I've got a feeling that's too far to the south. Isn't it in Salisbury as well? I don't know. But yeah, I think we're definitely north of Stonehenge somewhere. We're not east or west of that. I mean, probably a little bit east. We're not dead in line or anything. Don't take me too literally. But yeah, we've.
This is the gate I saw.
What's that?
This is the gate I saw.
Oh, right, yeah, we probably could have climbed that one, but the other one was easier.
Yep.
So there's not much to see here, but we're going to try and move this one a bit quickly, get through it. But yeah, that's another clue for you. It's a down somewhere. South Downs Way. No, I don't think we're near that. We are near one of the ways, I think, maybe. I like there's been a few guesses for this at least. Daft Hat's doing quite a good job of actually firing in some what-free words. I don't know if he feels like he's ahead of everybody or if he's just having some real sort of general hunt around on the map and finding things that are looking similar. North Wessex Downs. I think that's quite close to here. This isn't that Downs, but I think that's probably one of the closer guesses so far. I mean, again, I'm no geography whiz, so I don't know everything around this area, and someone well could have guessed a town that's like literally a few miles away, and I wouldn't know. I do know the one we just drove through to get here, and if someone says that one, I'll be like, yeah, that's a really close guess. Through the downs that we have here and try to give people some clues about where I am. It's all about where I started, really. So if you've just joined and you haven't seen the start, now's a good time to scoot on back to the start of the live and have a little look at where I was standing and a few of the little very close landmarks. You're going to need those to pinpoint exactly where I was when I started. Oh, there's, maybe someone can zoom in and, I could be wrong, but I'm thinking that white fence is something to do with horse racing maybe. So that could be another clue. Unless of course I'm wrong. One, so I don't know. And Walbury Hill, no, it's not that. Places are getting closer and closer. Someone's going to pinpoint some of these landmarks that some worked out from my previous streams where we were sort of heading genuinely, but I just want to see how far we've got to go. So sorry if this goes off again. I'm going to just spin this around. And then I'm going to try to have a little look at the map without losing the stream. Sorry guys, I'm pretty sure that cut off again. I do apologise. We're nearly at the cut through from this boring path back into the downs. We'll be downs proper. I want to say at any point, let's have a little look. Now we've got West of Natural Beauty. No, it's not that. Just scroll back up. Yeah, no, we haven't had the guess yet. I imagine everyone's furious on their maps right now, trying to look around, see what they can see.
Catch up, Henry.
Woo! Well, it's too hot for me running. Whew. Right, we've got to be close. Then we can walk back through. Yeah. Sorry for the boring walkway. Whew. Whew. So last time, I think Joe got it pretty quickly, but it wasn't a live, it was a pre-recorded thing. But I definitely feel like the thumbnail helped him. And we were in a more prominent spot. I've been a little bit more tricky with it this time. Let's have a little look. Whew. We must be close to the turning. Oh, I thought this was going to be right. To be honest, it's not helped that we had to change plan very quickly because of the internet. So this hasn't gone quite as smoothly as I'd like. Yeah, it's that's a bit of a pain. I did have a route planned that was a lot better than this, but the internet let me down by our start point meant that I couldn't continue on because I realised that if I carried on where I was going to go, that's away from the good signal and towards the dead zone. So I've changed plan, gone a different direction, and I honestly don't know what kind of clues we're going to get here. So yeah, there's some famous quote about the best laid plans never surviving the start of battle or something, and yeah, my plans have definitely been scuppered here. I don't know if anyone's actually making guesses. The chat's got a bit quiet, maybe that's because there's nothing else new happening. But also it could be just my bad internet. So I do apologise if I'm missing anybody's comments down below or chat down below. Oh yeah, caution. There we go. Let's spin that around. That sign there, I don't know if you can read it, but it says, "Caution, racehorses galloping, please keep dogs on lead." There we go. This is the point where we're going to go through. Yep, we've got a, oh, sorry. Look at this. I think some horses have been coming through here. Got to work our way through the edges. There we go. So that's got to narrow it down. If you can find a race course somewhere in this area, surely. I mean, that's a massive clue, is it not? Surely. Just how many race courses are there around? I don't think it's like a massive thing like Ascot or anything, but I mean, it's clearly a substantial place. So Highclere Castle, no, it's not there. It's not there. There's more horse-looking kind of fencing around here. There, this is a very equestrian area, no doubt about it. Let's give you a little look. That is gorgeous. More nondescript countryside, unfortunately. Oh yeah, this is definitely some sort of, look at this, this is another part of the racecourse. Got the number 2 here, so that must be the second furlong or something maybe, I don't know. Just watch out for wild horses. Well, it won't be trained horses, will it be? Watch out for them horses, jeez. Could you imagine the noise they'd have if you had like a dozen or 2 dozen horses galloping down at you on this? So that's a very long straight. If you're looking on the maps, that's a very long straight bit. And then obviously you probably can't see this, but at the end there's like white fencing again. It kind of rings around behind this group of trees in the middle. So it's definitely some sort of horse racing track with lots of trees dotted in the middle like little clumps. So yeah, get on Google, have a look for race tracks, like horse racing tracks in this area. We've narrowed it down to somewhere reasonably close within the country.
Cows are in that field over there. There's some cows in that field.
There might be, because they moved them around, Henry. Henry's asking about the cows. Shout out in the chat if you're the kind of person who's nervous around cows. Some people definitely are. There's a few YouTubers I laugh at because they get all nervous around just a handful of cows in a field. I actually had a good laugh about that on my trip across the country last year, because I had to go through a few fields with cows, and quite often they just follow you because they think you're going to feed them or something, I believe. But they're just interested. Maybe they're just curious. I've heard of the curious cow thing. But oh, so I don't know that that's going to give anyone a clue, but that's on the gate. That's interesting. Someone's actually put their name on it. Barlow's Woodyard. barlowswoodyard.co.uk. There you go. And you've got area codes there as well. Big clues. Oh, nice gate though. Recently done.
That bit there, yeah, that is the cows. It looks like.
Yeah, it looks like some cows. I mean, it's quite far for me to say for sure. We've got Newmarket in there and Downton Abbey. No, none of those. Remember, I said it's a downs. I won't give you the name of the downs, but it's a downs nonetheless. It says the name of the place and then downs, like Dunstable Downs, but just not Dunstable. So, if you can guess something around this area, look for downs with a horse racing facility right next to it. You'll have what's be the right spot. And then down here, which you might not be able to see yet on camera, but we're going to walk towards. Lots of stones here.
Look, in that field, it looks like they're covered with stones or something.
Yeah, so this is the sort of thing that anyone who knows this area and has been walking here will recognise it. Hey, Tim's in. While we walk down to these rocks and stones, I'm going to say hi. Hi Tim, good to see you. We've got a few of the regulars in and we've got a few newbies. We've got people trying to guess where I started. You're welcome to have a guess as well, Tim. Tim has no idea what's going on, so he's absolutely valid to have a guess and try to win some money. So far it won't be much though. I don't think many people have been sharing this. Share it with your friends, get this viewer count up, get people into the stream, and we can make the prize really big. I'll be doing more of these in the future, trying to sort of drum up the excitement and the interest, and hopefully we can eventually get the prize really big. And if we start getting huge numbers in, we'll get the prizes even bigger. But obviously that's down the way a long way if it all goes successfully. Obviously, sometimes it's like this, other times I'm going to make it a bit easier, maybe be a bit more urban. And yeah, just sort of mix it up as much as I can, make it interesting. So we've got a bit closer to these plenty of rocks here.
Definitely the cows.
Yeah. Certainly some kind of stone valley here. There's like just thousands of them down here. We'll walk down through here, I think. A little over halfway through the stream. The sun will be down in about just under half an hour. That's our time scale, people. You have until that sun gets below the horizon to make your guesses. The boys are certainly enjoying the walk, as am I. I do love a sunset walk, which is one of the reasons I picked the evenings to do streaming in. Obviously, it suits people a bit more as well. I don't know how many people could join me if they're busy working, but there's always somebody in the world somewhere who isn't working, as by the amount of people from India, and I think we've had people from Bangladesh as well, and yeah, just all around the world, I guess, could be popping in no matter what time I do it. The boys are going to climb that for sure. Look at that, yeah. Straight on it. So that's another bit of a clue for anyone watching and trying to do the guessing. We've got a rather large grouping of these sort of grey white rocks everywhere. Some of them are stacked. They start off, yeah, they start off just there. You see they sort of build up as they go down. And we're going to follow the line of these because this is interesting. And we're going to get to the bottom of here and show you just how many there actually are down there. Oh, I have a feeling my internet is not great. I'm just going to swipe and see. Oh no, I've got some decent internet now. It's all right. It's when the chat goes quiet, I always think maybe I can't see it. Maybe it's not refreshing, which could be a big problem. Do you know, I'm going to just refresh the chat by changing the settings. Chat filter, all messages. Oh, I've been missing some, so I do apologise. The settings were wrong. Let's have a little look. So we've got Downs countryside, Epsom Downs. No, Pete, it's not the Epsom Downs. Never trust horses, but I could jump on a fire blade with much more horses. I'm not sure what that means. I haven't found a campsite yet, says Tim. Scenic views, don't recognise it. Banbury, no, it's not Banbury. So is it blurry? Is it? Sorry about that. It's North Wessex Downs area. It's quite close to that. It's not Lambourne. Oh look, you could do your washing up in there for sure.
I'll keep a fish in it.
Yeah.
You bring a live straw, have a drink out of it maybe.
Nice. So there's a whole, what I would call a valley of stones here. You know, I'm going to have to flick back through the stream. We've got Oxfordshire on there. I don't know if it's Oxfordshire or not. I'm going to be honest. It could be still Oxfordshire. No, it's probably not Oxfordshire because we went through Oxfordshire to get. That was where we were in Abingdon, isn't it? But now we're another hour or so southwest of that area where we were. So there's just so many of these building up. It's almost like they're flowing down. I guess that's what it happens. So if my geography lessons are anything to go by, this is from glaciers dropping them, I guess, and they were obviously flowing down these hills. I think that's how that works. I don't know. School me in the chat if you think I'm wrong. We've got Cranbourne, no, Isle of Wight Downs. No, that's not close at all. Definitely, I think the closest guess we've had is Salisbury, but I'm pretty sure that's south of here. Let me flip around, have a little chit chat as we're going through these rocks. There's a proper pathway forming now. Avebury, that rings a bell. We might be near there. I think we might be very close to that. If it's not there, it's something that sounds like that, for sure. Oh, Salisbury Plain, that might be close, but Dorset Downs, I don't think that's close. I think that's too far. That sounds too far south. Again, I'm no geography buff, so yeah, my ability to. No, it's not Dorset Downs. No, we've had that a couple of times now. Look at all these stones. Yeah, I'll give you another hint. I'm pretty sure on my map they actually called this the Valley of Stones or something along those lines. The boys are loving this. Now, New Forest National Park is far too far to the south. We're a long way north of that. I think you guys are all guessing far too south most of the time. I think you need to get a little bit more north. As I said, I think we're somewhere between sort of Salisbury area and...
There's little tiny little holes in the rock.
Yeah.
Just tiny little bits.
He's very interested in his holes in the rock, that is.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Yeah, we're somewhere halfway between... Well, I wouldn't say... I don't know if it's halfway, but we're somewhere between sort of... I guess sort of the Cotswolds area and maybe like Wessex kind of Downs areas and that. So that gives you an idea. As I said, if you're watching the last few days.
The glider.
Oh yes, the boys have spotted a glider in the sky. Can I zoom in? Let's see, there he is. Maybe he's coming to track us down. Maybe he wants the prize. That sunset's looking glorious already. Not far off now. I'd say we've got just under 20 minutes until it's fully set. Even once down. So I'm going to go over some of the clues we have. So you know that about hours drive or so west of where we were yesterday in Abingdon, and you know that we're on a downs of some type, and you know that there's a race course right next to it, basically on top of the thing, maybe even part of it. I don't know, because I'm wondering if these pats all cow pat, maybe some of this is horses too, because there's definitely a lot of horse type stuff going on. Got more guesses in here for the rough areas in terms of place names. I don't recognise any of them, so I can't tell you if they're close. I do apologise. I've got a feeling the closest so far is Tim with, is it, I can't remember what he said, it begins with A. But yeah, my geography fails me with that. But that's up to you guys to figure all that out mostly anyway. Cheeky as that sounds. No, we're not in we're on a South Wilts golf course. There was a golf course we went through to get that we drove by to get here, but there's always a golf course around, so I don't know. Can we not? Well, we should be able to. There's a path. There's supposed to be a path. Can we go over? Oh, look at this. We've come up against a locked gate. I'm gonna have to check the map again just to see. Sorry guys if the stream goes. Sorry about that. We're back again. So we've gone off the path again to get down to these stairs. Whoops. We need to go back up the hill.
Not back up the hill.
Yeah. So this is a lot more tricky than I thought it was going to be. I do apologise. I'm going to be honest, half the reason we're here is because Joe, who won the last one, the prize for that was to pick the next location. And so we are where he suggested. And I'm not blaming him entirely. This is also my fault for not coming down at least yesterday and checking for sure that my internet was working where I wanted it to be. And I feel like it would have been a lot better if we'd been able to stick to where I want it to be. So it's a little bit frustrating, but I'll see if I can't give you some more clues as to where we might be. Now I know as we're going that there's a couple of farms over there, and while I won't give you the name of one of them because it will give away which downs we're on, one of them I think is called Whiteacre. I don't know that that'll help you much on a Google search, but and then the plan was, but I don't know if we'll reach it now because we've gone wrong too many times, was to go down the track to get past there and then get to what is essentially a little village the other side, which has the same name as the downs. And that would have given a lot away. But maybe I will show some mercy and give the name of the downs in a little bit. Maybe with 10 minutes to go, I'll let you guys all have the name and see if we can't rush some guesses. No, I haven't seen any good guesses yet. All of the names I see, it's not any of those really. It's not Ramsbury, it's not Harnham Gate. So remember I said it's a downs. if your guess doesn't end with with the word downs, or downs, I should say, then I'm not going to be able to give you much idea on it other than a yes, no. Yeah. Say hello. No, he's not interested in your grass. He's got plenty in there. Right. We'll follow this fence around, and it should eventually lead us to a gate.
Yeah, hopefully. So are we going to try and get in there?
What's that?
Do you think we can get in there?
Well, we can get over to that building over there.
I think that's a farm.
Yes, it is. It's a couple of farms. I was just telling the viewers at home, one of them's called Whiteacre. No, I don't know where Dance's dog paddock is, but that's not this. Remember, there were a lot of horses here and there's a race course. So we're looking for a race course, basically on a downs, somewhere an hour and a half, or an hour to an hour and a half of driving. I'll give you another big clue. We're not far off the M4. So that's another massive clue for you. Obviously the M4 is a long road, but if you're paying attention and put it together the other clues, that will help you. We were maybe 20 minutes off the M4 to get here, through the little roads and whatnot, maybe less than that. But yeah, I might give you that too, but yeah, we, is it the M4? Yeah, it was the M4. It's not the M40. I don't think it is. No, it's the M4. Yeah, yeah. That one? I don't know. You'll have to. Henry's asking if it's a bull or a cow. Well, some cows have horns, my fella. It's not about the horns. It's about what's underneath. If it's got udders, it's a cow. If it doesn't have udders, then it's probably a bull. It doesn't. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's a young one. It's a calf, so it's hard to say. I can't see anything dangling down. It's certainly not a dairy cow. We've got Salisbury Hills in there. We've got Salisbury Plain Chalk Downs in the background. I mean, that could be true. I don't know that we're that close to Salisbury, guys. I might have given you a bit of a mislead to say that's the closest guess so far. I honestly don't know how close that is. I just know that if I zoom out on the map, it's one of the first sort of really major ones to come up, pretty similar to, like, say, how close we might be as Oxford. I guess if you were somewhere between them two, I don't know if it's not a direct line though. As I say, my geography is bad and I can't give away exact details, but Porton Down, it's not that down, but that's a better guess than some, I reckon, in terms of the fact that it at least ends in down. I think the gate we're looking for is over there. We've somehow got off the path massively. We were following a path and then it didn't lead to anywhere. Oh. I will say it's much harder than you'd expect walking around trying to chat to people through a camera while also trying to keep you away. So yeah, no exact guesses yet. I've given some pretty big clues now though. I'm surprised no one's got a bit closer. I'd like to think I'd got a bit closer than this, but now we've got Neverhampton or Harnham again, but no, it's not them. Shall I give the first letter of the Downs? Yeah, I'll give the first letter, see if we can get there. It begins with F. So the first word is F and then Downs. That's the Downs that we're in. Obviously it's got nothing to do with the what three words position. What we've got? Copehill Down. None of those. No, none of those at all. It must be quite an unknown one. So what I know is that Stonehenge is roughly to the south of us, but quite far. Like, we're not talking just a few miles, we're talking tens of miles. There is a smaller, some sort of henge near us, just to the west. Very, very small little thing, probably a very unknown, just by the locals type thing. It is, I know it's the same guesses. No, there's none of those downs, but good guessing. I'm going to try to pronounce the name again. Sitija. There you go. No, Loft Down doesn't begin with an F. F for Freddy. Yeah. Oh look, we've got the gate. This is where we should have been. We should have been on this track here, but we wanted those stones in the Stone Valley. I mean, if anyone wants to get on Google and have a guess for the terms I've been using. Oh, we have Pete in there with the right downs finally. Pete UK has finally given us a guess to narrow it down. We have the right downs. So check out what Pete UK just said in the chat and you'll know which downs we're on. So Joe gave me that as the target. That was all he said, just somewhere in there. And I had to find a specific location. And I wanted to actually park myself right on top of a very cool little structure, which I couldn't do because of the internet signal there was absolutely gone. As you can probably tell, it's been a bit rough throughout this thing anyway. I'm a little bit gutted about that, but as a first tester, it's been okay. It's been a learning lesson, let's say that much. I've learned that maybe I don't need to be quite so far out in the sticks, or at least pick something a little bit more recognisable, because I do want somebody to win. But yeah, we now have the downs, so everyone check out Pete's guess there. That's the right downs. Now who can backtrack from where we are and what you've seen, have a look on the map, try to figure out from that valley of stones, backwork where we were walking. And if you can remember what I showed you at the start, maybe you can find our start location and then get yourselves into what 3 words. And you've got about, I'd say 6-7 minutes left to have a guess and throw out some what 3 words in the chat. I'll be honest, the price isn't going to be much. At this point, it's more going to be for pride than anything else. We did not get so many people in the chat. I'm hoping we'd get loads of people in the stream. That's right, it's Fifield at Dream TH has asked in the chat. That is right, it's Fifield down. But we need a what 3 words. So I'm glad that there's quite a few people trying. That's good. And there's been some narrowing down. We finally got there. I think I've just been really tough with the clues. I do apologise. I will do better next time. As I say, it got a little bit ad hoc. But bad. I would not be listing the free site. Basically, I'm on the free network, and I went to their site and I typed in and said the postcode near here and asked, and got up the map for the coverage. And it said, yeah, fine, you got solid 4G everywhere, even indoors. A few spots where it's only outdoors. And I was like, that's good, that's solid. Shouldn't be any issues with internet signal. And of course, they've done me like a kipper. And they've messed this up for me a little bit. So I'm a bit gutted. But I'll do better. I will double check in future. This was just a bit of a scramble to get here because Eve wants us to get back like Wednesday so he can go to his table tennis. I was hoping to do this on Wednesday and just have time to chill out and explore the area and really find a really cool route to walk on to give proper clues, which on next one, if everyone is interested in me doing another one of these, I'll do that and I'll do a better job of this. But hopefully if we can build up a little bit of a following on this and start making a regular habit of me going out and having people hunt me like this. All we've got to guess in, tipping, breath, mainframe. No, that's not the one. That is not the one. But we've got a guess in. Well done, Tim, for having a guess. Someone says GG to Pete, but that's not the answer though. You can't just say Fifield and Downs and think you've got it. You've got to get a what 3 words location. So if you don't know what 3 words is, quickly Google it. I think it had something to do with the guy flying over the top of us. Yeah, sorry about that. Tim's had another guess, crust, redouble and weeknight. That's not the one. What is the time even? Yeah, we've actually gone past the time, even though my stream says a different amount of time on it. We'll give you a little bit longer just because it keeps going out. Oh, sorry guys. That's some abysmal. I think it is flying around above. I think it's affecting the signal, maybe the powerful motor, some sort of magnetic field, maybe, I don't know. But we're climbing another slope, trying to find some good internet again. So yeah. Oh, you're out, are you, Tim? Are you out on campsite right now? Oh, we'll give you a few more minutes. We should have already finished, but I'm going to give it a few more minutes. Oh, he's stealth camping. Anywhere cool, Tim? You'll have to let me know next time. Maybe we'll do a joint live stream, although I'll make sure I've got better internet for it. I definitely need to do more reconnaissance before I do these things. But yeah, I've got a feeling no one's guessing this one. I made it too tough, so I apologise. But we'll have another crack. Get in the comments afterwards and let me know if you're interested in me trying again. I'll make it a little bit easier. But also we need to get more people in. We need to get the numbers up on the stream so we can get the prize even bigger. That would be really cool. And I will do my best to make it a little bit easier to guess, because that was chaotic. Oh, look at that ahead. Look at that moon. Now, I've been told reliably by one of my viewers that tomorrow will be a properly super full moon. Surrender guesses, I think it's at Braids Acre campsite, and unfortunately that's not the correct guess. That looks almost like the sun, but that's the moon.
There's that flow again, Ben.
Oh yeah, then there's the guy who was giving us problems. Yeah, he's going to go across the moon. He's going to do a bit of an ET for us, I reckon. Here he goes. ET phone home. Oh yeah, that's so cool.
Did you do that on purpose?
So I lost you again, sorry. Boone's in. Hi Boone. Good to see you. The stream has been hectic. My internet out here is shocking, but that was a cool shot. That was completely fortuitous. Oh dear. Right, well, nobody's guessed it, and it's definitely time to call it. The sun is well down, and I'll be honest, this issue with the internet has just been an absolute nightmare. As I was saying, if you can get in the comments after the stream, give this a like, say something in the comments, let me know if you enjoyed it and if you want me to try again, because I really would like to get this off its like baby feet basically, and try to get as many people in. Yeah, Boone, I'm in England. We worked out that I'm in a place called Fifield Downs, somewhere in the south of England, and yeah, Pete UK says I've got to get Starlink. To be fair, I've got to do something. That was some shockingly bad internet. But I did check it, and they've let me down so badly on that. I checked the website. I thought I'd have coverage, but in future, if we do these, I will reconnaissance better, go and check my route beforehand, and actually figure out some proper clues, because it's been a little bit ad hoc today. But that was part of it as well. I just wanted to see how it would go, test it out, see if there's anybody interested. So like I say, comment below after the stream, get into the comments and let me know, so that I can check that out afterwards. I might do a poll on the channel later on in the week, just to see how people felt about it. We can maybe try another one this week, just because no one's won this prize. I want to try to get some more attention on this and maybe get somebody a prize, so that would be good. But yeah, we need to bump up the numbers as well, because we obviously want big numbers for big prizes, and that would be really cool. And that's kind of the idea. I want to try to build up a community of people who just want to enjoy exploring the UK countryside And eventually, anyone who was watching my channel months ago, when I last year basically, when I tried to set up my big live hunt where people would actually come out and hunt me for a really bigger prize, I want to revisit that again. But obviously, these are a bit of a test to see if anyone's interested in that kind of format. I honestly don't know. It was a cool idea, and I still think it's cool. I honestly don't know if anyone else thinks it's cool. A few of my more closer friends and followers, they've said that they thought it was cool, but obviously I need loads of people to think that's cool to make it worthwhile. So, because if I've not got people chasing me, there's no point. But yeah, I want to make that stealth camping kind of a real thing where people are chasing me and make it a proper challenge. And this is kind of like the prelude to that. If we can do a lot more of this, I can actually get people all around the world involved in this, because obviously any of the people from India who've been in, they couldn't come over to the UK to chase me, even if the prize was tens of thousands, but they can find me in what three words and do guesses in the chat here. So that's why we've done this format for now. But yeah, if we can get the following, if we can get people in and we can get the numbers up, we'll go for big prizes and we'll go for big challenges. And yeah, that's the idea anyway. So get in the comments, let me know if you're up for another one. But for now, thanks for everyone for turning up and showing me some love in the chat. I appreciate all of you, and I'll hopefully see some of you tomorrow for another daily live, because yeah, we're going to go for that full year at least, because it's been brilliant so far. I've been loving it. For now, you have fun.